As a police officer, unfortunately, you usually see the worst parts of the worst days of people's lives. You know, they don't just call the police because they're having a happy moment. Depending on what shift you work and what time of day it is, there's calls holding, waiting for you to go to. You don't have the extra 10 minutes or the extra 15 minutes to just sit down and talk to people. As a resource officer, you have those capabilities to help the real problem rather than what you're facing with today. Through the cemetery and the popsicles and the different projects I've done this year, there was a lady, she'd actually helped at the cemetery when we had volunteer days, and she said, can you help my sister because her garage roof had caved in. Most people, they don't want to come out and say, hey, my house is falling apart or my water doesn't work. I know that there was a way that I could help this lady. So I said, yeah, we could fix your roof. And from there, it probably took about 2 months. We started raising money, and I mean, doing her project has led me to Mr. Sykes.
God took care of me, even from the time I left home up until now. And I have not wanted for a lot of things. All in all, I've had a pretty good life. All except for when after my wife died, it seemed like I sort of like, I just gave up. And you can't do that. You can't give up. That won't work. I told my son, I said, one of these days we ain't gonna have to live like this. And I didn't even know what I meant by it. I didn't even have no idea what I meant by it.
I walked, 5 houses down and see all this brush and garage had collapsed in. And he said, yeah. And he's like, but I need some help. And I was like, what do you mean you need some help? And he said, my ceilings are falling in. Excuse me. And I was overwhelmed with, I was like, I can't help this. Run, come clean the backyard up and don't go inside because you can't do this house down here. So don't go in his house. But I said, God led me here for a reason, so I'm gonna go in and see what I can do to help. So I said, can I look around the rest of the house? And he said, yeah. And I opened the bathroom door and it was all black. And I asked him about this water, and he's like, it hasn't been running because we have a leak. And it was just overwhelming. Like, no one deserves to live like that. And I should really condemn this house and get code enforcement involved. But how can I help one family and not help another?
I said, do you realize how much that's gonna cost? I said, you be talking about $30,000 or $40,000 just to fix that house up. I think he said, the Lord is able. Something like that he said. And I said, yeah, I believe that.
I called my pastor and I was like, I don't know what to do. And he just prayed with me and said, you can't carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. I said, you can't do this all yourself. The next day I asked my commander, can I make a video and kind of shout out, crying out for people to come help, and he let me do it. And I stood right here where we're at today and made that video, and it went viral.
There are people like this throughout the community, and if we're not going out and talking to each other and talking to our neighbors and finding out what's going on, then we're not going to be able to help each other. We're not going to be able to serve each other, and that's what we need to learn how to do.
And people were calling me trying to get involved with it, and it's kind of exploded, this explosion of love and people wanting to serve and help, which was great.
And I imagine Ryan sort of thinking, like when he first started off, am I gonna have the money to finish this up? And I said, Ryan, I sure hope you do, buddy.
Everything except for the brick will be brand new on his house. A new furnace, a new air conditioning, all new electric, all new plumbing, all new floors, all new furniture, all new everything.
What Ryan's done is absolutely amazing, because people in my business, it's impossible to get us to come together like this. It's all been little people doing little things to make a big impact. And I'm proud to be involved in it.
I don't know how to build houses. I don't have any money. I mean, it's just talking to the right people. I mean, you may get 100 no's, but somewhere in there you're going to get a yes, and that yes is going to be the right yes that you need for your project. And obviously, Ashley Furniture has been the biggest yes so far. We should all serve each other, find ways to help each other, because at some point we are going to be the ones that need help.
Let there be peace on earth.
I guarantee you I could walk 5 more houses down and find another house that needs help doing something. And that's the goal. Get out of your house, talk to your neighbors, and that's what we kind of want to drive.
Get out here. This I have. Did I come in the wrong door?
Okay. Boy.
You know, it's good to know that somebody loves you. One day, oh. It's good, you know, that somebody's willing to do something for you, or somebody will take the chance to do something for you. Oh, boy. But they don't know how good this makes you feel.